Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Carla, RoladexStitches, and this is my Flosstube channel. If you've never been here before, hi, welcome. This is where we talk about cross stitch on YouTube, and we've named it Flosstube because we can, I guess. I don't know. This is actually episode 22, unlike last episode where I said it was 22, and it was definitely 21. It is the 29th of November, 2020, and holy shit, this year's almost over. Let's see how it goes. So has a whole month of throwing some randomness at us, and let's hope we all just kind of muddle through. Yeah, that's it. Hope you all had, us Americans, had our Thanksgiving. I hope anyone who celebrates had a good day of spending, quiet, socially distanced time with your people that were around you, and hopefully you didn't have any big spreader events, and I hope you had a good day, pretty much. I've been participating in the blackout sale that Julie, Kansas City Girl, and FlawedSir, Victor, they both are kind of going it. They're doing it the actual way you should, where you stitch on black fabric or with black floss. I have neither of those. Any projects that go with those right now. So I am just kind of stitching non-stop all weekend to not go out, pretty much. That's what blackout, stay home and stitch. Those are some hashtags that we're using to kind of encourage, shopping from home, shopping small if you can, online, and not, going out and being infected or infecting others. That's what I've been doing this weekend since we stuffed ourselves with turkey, and Dan, of course, made an amazing meal from start to finish. I made my cheese ball. It's an appetizer. It's like the only thing I'm really allowed to make, but I am pretty good at it. He definitely takes over the kitchen during Thanksgiving. It's his favorite holiday, and he cooks a lot. Like a lot. We had five start from scratch pies that he made. Coconut cream pie, pumpkin pie, strawberry cheesecake, a pecan pie, so maybe four pies. But then I also made a sugar cookie truffle ball. It's my first time making them. Did all right. My mom was here to supervise, so I didn't burn down the whole house. And Rowan helped. So we were all pretty safe. Amazing food, stuffed, still eating on the leftovers, which I'm happy about. Anything else that's been going on I cannot think of, so we're gonna actually move into the stitching now. I had 2 starts since I've seen you last. Let me see if I can find it now that oh no, here it is. So first start, I also purchased this, so it's a little bit of haul. This is by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. We'll talk about this here in a second. So this is on 14, oh God, sorry y'all. 14 count Aida by Mystic Fabrics. Let's see if I can kind of get it in there. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, I'm gonna use 4 strands of floss. And I did. And I shouldn't have the whole time. Maybe 3 definitely would have been enough. But I changed all the colors, of course, and well, it was my very first frosted pumpkin, and I love the design, and now I didn't really love my finish, my stitching, but it says don't get your tinsel in a tangle, in case you can't tell, because I used shiny, it's the DMC silver, I don't remember what it is, but it's the shiny, horribly, like, slippery DMC floss for that tinsel, and then I backstitched everything within an inch of its life. Not super proud of this one, but I'll make it into a cute little like flat fold or put it in a little frame, and it'll go in my Christmas stuff. So that was my first purchase and finish of this week. My next finishes are technically UFOs. So I figure it's the end of the year. We kind of reevaluate what we worked on throughout the year, what we started, or something that we're just not loving a whole lot anymore. I'm going to toss up a picture of Carolyn Manning's, I think it was the Fairy Bouquet Sal. It's finishing up this month. I'll toss a picture of what everything's done right here. After doing the very first one, I realized it's just not my style. I never wanted to pick it up, pretty much. I was just very blah about it. I'm trying to find something to put behind it. But it had a lot of fabric left over. And I was like, I don't want to waste all this. But hey, look, I did do the first one. And look, it's pretty. And I can put that into like a little, make that into a little pillow, a little pin cushion, something. So I just cut it out and boom, I'm calling it a finish. And not doing the other 11 because not my style. There are 11 other flowers in there, which will be good in case I need to make a little flower for someone. But wasn't my style. Tried, and that's okay. But I still have this, sorry for the reach, still have this large swath of fabric. Let's see who it's by. It's also 18 count by Mystic, no name. So, but I have that for another project. Just go for next time. So that's finish number 2, calling it a finish. And technically a UFO. And this one's definitely just a UFO. It is, I can't remember how to say the name. It's Crocette a Gogo. She's an Italian designer. Beautiful styles. This was right around the stay home and be well movement that we had right when the pandemic started, like March, April. And this was a free pattern she put out. If I can find it, I'll put the actual pattern right here because I believe it's still free. I don't know. Well, I'll check. But either way, I'll put a picture of it right there. And this is how far I got when I did it. And look at the colors of that house. I love it. And it was going to be a really beautiful, huge heart right here in this rainbow floss. But I just wasn't reaching for it over and over and over again. And I was like, you know, this is just, let's just call it what it is. Let's be done with that one. So, I mean, I guess I could, this is all the fabric I had. I didn't cut it out. Like, I could still finish this if I wanted. So I'm going to just put it in the thing and call it a UFO for now. It might eventually get finished, but it's not looking too great. Let's be honest. So that's it for my finishes for this episode. Right? I'm over here looking at my thing. So Tinsel and a Tangle and my 2 UFOs. Right. Sounds good. All right. Let's see. My whips that I worked on this week. Let's start with the big mamma jamma. This is my Tapestry and Waves, what it's going to look like when it's all finished in 74 years. And this is what she looks like now. I'm looking through the hole here, but that's how much work I got done on her. I think so. I've with Catherine from PaperCraneStitches. She and I enabled her to start this one, and hers is looking amazing. She has busted my ass in this past week. She's definitely done a lot better than I have on getting more stitches, but you know, I did definitely put in a fair amount of stitches. I finished this up here and started on this one, and I continued out my line because that line's gonna go till about here-ish. If I could get that whole thing in there, that would be great, but I'm not going to. This is 18 count Opal Ada from BeStitchMe. So it's not over dyed or anything. It's just plain white with a lot of glitter in it. Style I was going for. And then these are custom flosses from Forbidden Fiber Co. I'll link all this down below in the box so that you know what's going on. I didn't really know you could custom request or custom make floss, and I definitely did. And it was a really cool process. I liked it a lot. Leanne was amazing to work with. I say that every time, but it's just fucking true because she's awesome. So, my Tapestry and Waves, normally called Tapestry and Teal. That was my number 1 whip. Number 2 whip by Lindy Stitches. What it's gonna look like? Stars Bright. Beautiful, amazing, gorgeous. And here's mine. Oh, look at her. Like, those granny quilt squares are just so beautiful. I love everything about her. This is on, it's BeStitchMe Fabric. I believe it is Evil Queen. Again, check down below. I will let you know. And of course, I just did what I had in stash for these granny squares, because like Stephanie says, it's a good stash buster of any like smaller, any used flosses that you already have that you know it's not going to be good for a huge project. So peek around, make sure I got it in. So gorgeous, loving it. Stitching this bird was so cool. I don't think I've ever stitched a bird before, and look at her big old belly. It was so much fun. Like, she's beautiful, and then because she is the girl, and then the male is over here, and of course the male's got brighter colors because, you know, they need to catch our eye. And then there's more words, and then I think there's 3 more squares here, and then they'll go across. And still loving it, still amazing, super great piece. Thank you, Stephanie Webb, the genius that you are. Okay, sorry. Back, this is my second whip that I worked on this week. In case you didn't know, whip is a work in progress. Us cross-stitchers, and I feel that just us crafters in general, really like our acronyms, so we have a lot of them. If you're newish and have any questions about what I say or need any clarification, drop me a question and I will either respond to you right then, or I might, you know, talk about it in my next Flosstube. Say, hey, they had a great question. Second one is not Stars Bright, we just talked about that. Spangled by Long Dog Sampler. So, mine's gonna look a lot different than this because I didn't want to do pinks. I did blues and grays. Look at that. Loving it. Now that I'm looking at this, I see that I definitely have black floss. A project with black floss that I could have been working on. Sorry, Julie. Sorry, Victor. My bad. I lied. I didn't even really think of this. I don't remember where I was at before when I worked on this, but I know I did a fair amount of filling in. I know I'm not quite at a page finish, but I'm getting close. So that's exciting. This is my second ever long dog sampler that I've worked on. I was still working on. My first one is that one from my grandma that I love. So, and they're beautiful patterns. If you're ever thinking about doing a long dog, just go through her plethora of patterns that she has available and pick one, because they are a dream to stitch up. So yeah, that was my other whip. I love it. And someone asked me one day, like, how do you decide what's going to be a UFO? And I think a good way to describe it is that I get excited to stitch this every time I think about stitching it. I'm like, ooh, Spangled. It's time for Spangled. You know, I don't go by a rotation or, you know, spin a wheel just because I am contrary in nature. But when I'm like, ooh, I haven't stitched on Spangled in a while, I need to pull that out, and then I get the flutters. That's the way I know that something is a UFO, is going to be a UFO or not. Oh, UFO or not, because that house and those flowers never got me fluttering. So, if they don't give you the flutters, UFO them. Not really, but maybe. It's usually a good indicator. Why I'm still showing you, I don't know. Next UFO, next whip. Give me a second while I'm going to talk to you about stuff while I'm preparing this one. This one is actually a piece I have not worked on in a while, and I never thought I was going to UFO it, so don't be worried about that. But I just got distracted by a lot of other stuff, and kind of forgot for a second how amazing it was, because it's amazing. I'm just putting a couple clippies on here so it's a little easier to hold, because this Mama Jamma is full of wrinkles and full of awesomeness. Whew, and full of lint. This is my Seasons of Friendship. I think that's actually what it's called now that but it's my Seasons of Friendship salve that I'm doing with Diana, ItisKismit, and Aimee Baruch, and several other people. I know lots of people have joined in on it. But I won this pattern from Diana. It was a giveaway she was doing, and she pulled my name, and I lost my mind. And here it is. Look! I actually got some really good progress done on this beauty this week. Sorry about the glare on that corky. I'll never apologize for a corky, but sorry that she's shiny. So, okay, let me see if I can remember what I did. I know I had half of this motif done, and all this tree, and this stuff over here-ish. Yeah, it was like here that I did this week. So all of these, and this, I did. I am doing it one strand. I guess it's it's not 1/1 because it's Aida, so I can't really call it that. But it's one strand on 18 count Aida. And it is silks. It's my first silks from Silks for You. And this is PR094. Oh, I can't believe I remembered that. If you want to see like a really good photo of those silks, go to my Instagram. I have, before I cut the hank, I have a gorgeous photo of it. And if you've ever thought of buying Silks for You, do it. I definitely want to try some Mrs. Sadis's silk, because I know those are gorgeous too. But I just happened to find this single silk. That's why I did it. Y'all, I love this piece. I keep saying that, but I picked a week to do some good whips. Some of my favorites, as I just throw it and fling it to the side. My last one I have here is also a new start. I purchased, so my boy, Kenny, he is KennyStitches on Flosstube and on Instagram. I believe that's his actual handle. If I'm wrong, well, either way, I'll put him down below. But he was having a D-stash, and he was putting up these two. This is the first one. Let It Snow. I've already made our stockings for this year, but I was in the midst of making those stockings when he put this up, and I was like, ooh, I really like that. And if I ever need to make a stocking, that seems like a good way to do it. So I bought it. It was a moment of insanity. But I bought that one, and I bought this one. So, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, Christmas on Gingerbread Lane. Heck yes. Super stoked. I love how cute this pattern is. I hate the fact that they did it on brown fabric. I was stitching with my girls last night, and one of my girls, who shall not be named right now, I said that exact line. I was like, oh my god, they stitched this gingerbread village on gingerbread colored fabric. I was like, what kind of monsters do that? And she was like, I did. I stitched that pattern on that same fabric. And I was like, you're a monster. No, I actually felt really bad for like a hot second. I was like, sorry, I'm sorry. And then I was like, but I'm not sorry, because I stand by what I said. This is crazy. I can't see this. And I don't know why I have such trouble like seeing it on there, but I'm like, it's browns on browns, and I think I'm like this close to being colorblind, and it just throws me. I don't know. So I did mine, shock, on purple. If you do yours on brown, baby, do you. I am not gonna hate on you more than a little bit. But I just needed to see it better on mine. So this is on BeStitchMe Fabric, 18, almost 20 count. Slurpy is the color of this one. And it's super cute. I really want to finish So this is that first house. So we're at, yeah. Or is it this one? No, it's this one. It's this first gingerbread house. I really want to finish in all the brown, which I'm pretty damn close on, before I add in the colors. I want to finish in the browns and the whites first, and then add in that color. And then also, I'm not going to do the calendar. Just because I'm not as smart as, I think Michelle G, BendyStitchy, she added like a cool washer, a cool magnet behind these, and was able to like move it as an advent calendar, which is the way it's supposed to be, I think. But I'm not going to do that. I just want to have it as like a little gingerbread vignette. Boom. Super cute. And then my stupid smart husband had this fantastic idea. He was like, hey, look. He was like, give me, because he, you know, he loves it when I'm excited. So I was sitting here freaking out over it when it came. And he was like, let me see that again. Because he looked at it and he was like, oh, that's really cute. So he was looking at these and he's like, hey, so what if you changed the color to like have this one be, you know, a darker or a lighter redhead or whatever. This one have brown hair and this one to have blonde hair to be you, Rowan, and your mom. And then you make this over here be me and Declan. And I was like, oh, why are you so smart, stupid face? So, heck yes, that's what I'm doing. It's going to be my adorable little family right there in freaking cross-stitch form on this gingerbread village. And that little fat penguin's definitely staying because I love his face. But yeah, it's going to be me throwing snowballs at Dan, and then Rowan and Declan ice skating, and then my mom enjoying her hot cocoa next to snowmen because she loves snowmen a lot. So yeah, I thought that was adorable, and I was like, I never would have thought of that. I mean, I might have eventually, but probably not till after I was finished. What a smart man. So yeah, those were my whips and my finishes, and I'm trying to think, and my starts. I'm looking at my book to make sure I'm not forgetting anything in there. I did stitch my name and Daniel's name on our stockings, but I don't want to show them yet until they're all fully finished because we have to, it was just the lining. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I will show you whenever. What else did I get this week? I got this stuff from Kenny. Oh, I got my needle minders. So, the fabulous Colleen, you know her, you love her, Rebel Stitcher. She's moved her stuff. I don't know if she's fully moved from Etsy yet, but she is in the process, I believe, of fully being on Facebook and then maybe eventually her own website. But either way, she's getting out of Etsy, which is smart, and moving all of her needle minders to a different platform. And these are the ones I got from her, and oh my god, I love them so much. Aren't they adorable? I specifically got this one to go on Gingerbread Lane because it's a little gingerbread house. And then I got RBG because, you know, she's a badass. And of course, Harry Potter by Ravenclaw and Lumos. And look at Albus up there. Ah! Shit, sorry. Just scared the bejesus out of myself. Look at Albus up there being adorable. I think that's who it's supposed to be. I know she has several adorable Frenchies, but I'm going to say it's Albus. Alright, that's it for haul. That's it for whips and starts. I'm going to insert a special little piece right here that I filmed earlier. And go.
Hi guys! And today I finished my cross stitch! My first big cross stitch ever.
Tell us about it.
Well, it took me 10 months. I started in February and ended...
Last night?
Yeah,
right?
Last night.
What did you think about it?
It was really cool. I thought it was pretty.
Did you find it difficult?
Yeah. I barely worked on it every night. So
You definitely did not work on it every night. Let's be real here. And the nights that you did work on it, it seemed like sometimes, most towards the end, you would put like 3 stitches in. No joke. Maybe 5 stitches in.
I put
and then
like
be done
6
for the
rows.
night.
I put
A night?
Yeah.
Liar.
Not like a knife, but like I didn't. Okay, I didn't do it like every day. I was more focused on other things.
And that's fine. I'm not saying you should have worked on it every day at all. But like I felt like it was towards the end that you got like not bored with it, but you were almost
distracted?
like it's almost the I think some of us as more older stitchers, mature stitchers, we kind of get that like, oh, it's towards the end, and some of us rush towards that end, and some of us are like, oh no, it's ending, and kind of freak out a little bit in our heads. Do you think that might have been what it was?
Not really. I was very calm about it. I just kind of didn't want to finish it.
Like at all? So what made you finish it? Rush towards the finish now?
Because I was going to be on YouTube again.
Exactly. I was like, listen, I'm filming tomorrow, and if you want to be on it with me.
And then I jumped straight into it and finished it.
She did really well. So for like the longest time, she had maybe like half of a unicorn's head to finish, and maybe like his muzzle over here.
I like just started this unicorn.
Okay, that's what
I was
it was.
like down here at his like mane.
Yeah, and that was all she needed to do. Like all the other, everything else, the butts, all the little like detail in here, everything, all the actual cross stitching was done, and then she just faltered. But then she pushed through like a maniac and finished that up. And you did all of the full stitches, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I showed you how to do, because there are like, what, maybe like 10 fractional stitches in here, like around this heart and this heart up here.
And then her glasses right here.
Yeah, there was a couple like half stitches. And I showed her how to do those, and what did you think about those?
I didn't like them.
Yeah, she was not a fan of those at all. She didn't really understand the whole, because it's Ada, and fractional stitches are harder on Ada. Some people think you can't do them at all, but you can definitely do them. As full out Ada gang over here, Ada Army, trust me, you can, but you have to have a little bit of a sharper needle, and you have to make sure you come up or go down through the middle of it in the same place. And she was like, I don't understand, and she got a little frustrated with it, so I helped her on those. And then I tried to teach her the back stitching for like Tina's face here and her nose and her eyebrows, and she was like, no, I don't understand. I was like, so she was frustrated, so I did finish that for her. But I think for a recently turned 12-year-old, I think it's a pretty damn good finish. What do you guys think? So, and then you said you want to fully finish it in a frame?
Mm-hmm.
You don't? Okay.
I want to hang it somewhere.
Yeah. And how Mommy does with some of hers, you don't have to frame it to hang it. We can just do it as like a flat fold.
Like...
I'm trying to think of like what's around here that you would see that is just a flat hold. I can show you some pictures.
Like your magnets?
No, that's a magnet thing. Anyways, I'll show you some stuff later about what's going on, but
I would like to hang it though, like in a frame.
okay, then we can definitely do a frame if that's what you want to do. We'll have to pick one out. I have some around here, but we can also go shopping whenever. Shop some online. So now that you're done with this, do you think you want to start another project? What do you want to do?
Not a very big one though.
This one was kind of big, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think you want to start then? What's some interests that you have?
Cats.
A cat one.
But I already have one over there. That's a cat.
Yeah, your very first one, and that was a kit, and it was chill. You want some different type of cat?
Yeah, like halfway, like at least like half this.
Half that. Okay, so it's something not so intense on stitching, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll look on Etsy. We'll
But
look at
not a
some
lot of
shops.
half stitches either.
You just want full crosses. Okay. If you guys have any suggestions for smaller, cute cat stitches, drop them down below, and we'll see what's going on with it. She loves YouTube. It's quite ridiculous. All right. Oh, that's what else she needs to work on next, is her stocking. Wait. You're so weird. Is her stocking. She has to write her name on the top of the...
And then I'm supposed to do like declins, right?
If you want to. I will do it if you don't want to, but...
If it's too hard, you can do it.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me do that. You're the best. Anything else you want to say to the Flosstube world before you get out?
I'm crazy.
that is it. Isn't she great? She's such a weirdo, and it's amazing, and I love every inch of her, and she's fantastic. So, yeah, super proud of her. I'm so happy she finished that piece. I know she worked on it for 10 months. I was like, look at you, boo. She's awesome. So now right now she's upstairs looking at other things on Etsy that she wants to do. But like I said, if you can think of any, like, kind of kitty, cat cross stitches that she might like, drop the link down below, because she's always open to suggestions. She's had a blast with it. Right now I wanted to talk about the giveaway that I started 2 weeks ago. It's over now, obviously. Just a reminder, sorry about the glare, but it's Ship's Manor, Dance of the Ladybugs. I had you comment with the word ladybug, or ladybugs, I don't remember, but I put the right word in for my search, and I picked a winner, and the winner is Calypso Joy. Super sweet comment. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. And this pattern and some of the, I think they're called magnetic bread ties, twist ties, sounds right. Yeah, magnetic twist ties are coming your way. So I am going to comment on your comment below, and I just need you to email me. My email is in the box, the info box down there. Just email me your information and I'll get it out to you. For this week's giveaway, I want to do another one. We're coming up on, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are coming up on winter, and it is a blustery, windy day here in Iowa. There's hardly any more leaves on the trees out there, and I can feel the snow in the air. So this week's giveaway is Starlit Snowflake. I couldn't read this one. It's backwards in the camera, so I was like, what is that first word? Starlit Snowflake. Super cute. It is by, I believe, It's So Emma. Yep. So yeah, I will drop this in the mail to the winner of this giveaway. You know the rules. Be a subscriber. Don't say giveaway in your comment, because then it brings the, you know, the trolleys and the suckers that only want to win a giveaway. Say the word snowflake. Just snowflake in your comment. Be 18 so I can legally have your address without being, you know, a predator or going to jail. And yeah, that's it for that. And I will get that shipped out to you. I'll ship anywhere. I don't really care. So yeah, do that. What else do I have to talk about? I'm going to refer to my notes for a moment. Got that. Something that I have loved lately. I don't know if you haven't seen it, you need to get on it. Modern folk embroidery. Jacob. It's if you're in America and you know his name is spelled Jacob, and I'm trying to remember the way he said it in his video. But either way, Modern Folk Embroidery has a floss tube now, and it was a delight to watch. He has such a calm, soothing presence when he talks. It sucked me right in. I loved seeing his stitches, his pieces that he's done in the past, and the way he talks about his art is phenomenal. So he'll be linked below. Make sure you go check it out. I have watched a couple new floss tubes other than that as well. The one was StitchuationNormal. It's Kathleen. She is hilarious. She cracks herself up just as much as she cracked me up, which I love. I love someone who has a great laugh and who doesn't take themselves too seriously, and you can tell she doesn't. She's just like, hey, we're all struggling to get by. This is what we do to survive. She was great. Loved it. Another one, I'm trying to think. Oh, the Stitchy reader, Jaina. I loved her. I watched, I like that one a lot. I will link both of them below. They both made me giggle and loved their pretty projects. So go check all three of them out. That's my recommendation. I love Joy-Filled Annie. Annie, the Joy-Filled Stitcher. I need to just give her a shout out because she she just brings so much damn joy to us anyways in the floss stitch community. If you know her, you love her. So I just want to say thank you to her. I bought her some fancy floss on her little, she has a thing. It's called Buy Me a Coffee, but you can change it to be whatever you want. And she has Buy Me a Fancy Floss. So I bought her some, and then she enabled me to start one as well. So I have one of those now. I don't, it feels weird saying, hey, buy me a fancy floss, but I know so many people have said, hey, I want to support you, I want to send you something, I want to do this, or, you know, just show some appreciation. And I know I have felt the same way about so many of the cross stitchers in our community, and wished that that I had an easy read, lazy way to support them, or to show kindness to them in some way. So I was like, well, this seems like an easy way to do it, but I don't want y'all to think that I'm pandering or, you know, asking for anything. Please don't think that. It is just something fun that if you ever want to buy me a fancy floss, there's a way to do that now, and I think that's adorable. I might buy a coffee with it if you want me to buy a coffee. I don't care. But that link is in my Instagram. Yes, exactly. And I will also link it here below in the information box. But yeah, just, I love Annie, and she needed, in my mind, she needed to know how much I loved her, so I bought her some fancy floss. And if you need me to know that you love me, buy me some fancy floss, I guess. It's weird saying that. That might get less awkward when I say it in the future, but I doubt it, because just of who I am as a human being. Especially if you heard my sign out last week, you know how awkward I get at the end. So that's probably how similar things are going to end this week as well, because I don't know what to say goodbye. There's no like easy way to be like deuces without being really awkward. So yeah. Okay, sorry, I had an interruption. I needed to take care of it. But yeah, as I said before, there's never going to be a graceful exit for me at these endings. So I'm just going to say, I love you all bunches. Thanks for hanging out with me again. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, and, you know, just so I know you're around. And if you have a floss tube that you have watched recently, that you've loved, that you want me to know about, tell me about it. If you have made a floss tube recently and you want me to know about it, drop the link below, because I want to see you and I want to support you. So, again, oh, one last thing, Janet Jabber, love you bunches. Like a lot. If you've made it to this far, hopefully you know. Janet, love you. And thinking about you, babe. I am now, that's how I make it awkward, because I always get distracted by squirrels, and I'm gonna say goodbye and then I get distracted. Midwestern goodbye takes forever. I'm done. I love y'all. Peace.